EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to South Florida at Hard Rock Stadium here in Miami. The excitement brewing here in South Florida as a moment ago the Dolphins starters were introduced to this home crowd. They're fired up as well as they get set to match up with the Minnesota Vikings.
Dan Bailey to kick off for Minnesota.
Dan Bailey now to put the ball in the air, and we are underway from Hard Rock Stadium. This is Jakeem Grant. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Tua now on 1st down. Flushed out right. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39.
That's good.
A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick 1st down. A little glimpse of his athleticism there and what they're going to have to deal with. He can use his legs to dance around back behind the line of scrimmage and beyond the line of scrimmage.
And wouldn't you love to get a copy of their defensive scouting report going into the week? Because that's been stressed the whole time. Keep him bottled up. Keep him in the pocket. But it's the first drive of the game and emotions are running high. Someone forgot that, trying to make a big play, and gave up a bigger one instead.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. Being chased out left. He's going to take off with it. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
They'll try to pick this up on the ground with Breida. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. A Miami 1st down, that one going for a gain of 11. Defense had a chance to get off the field here on the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important 3rd down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
Setting to throw on 1st down is Tua. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived. And I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Now an open man. That's the tight end, Gesicki. It's complete. Busting through contact. Just wasn't a huge hole there for him to operate. Stopped just inside the 35-yard line. 2nd down pass play got him 8 yards. Now they've got a 3rd and a couple remaining. Out of the shotgun, Breida. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. He needed 2, he got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down and a yard.
Down and 1.
They run for it with Breida. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. A big pickup of 12 yards on 4th down to keep this drive from stalling. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Off of play action, Tagovailoa. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. After the sack, here's 2nd and 11. From the gun, it's Tua. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
They'll try to capitalize on play number 11 of this opening drive. 3rd and goal. And this is caught at the 8. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
At the 7-yard line.
So 1st and goal now from the 7-yard line. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. Buying time to his left. And he'll get this down inside the 5 to the 4 before he's out of bounds. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there. It's 2nd down.
And goal.
Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal. No score after 1 on EA Sports. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Watch the run. Watch the run. Baby, that's a baby shot.
Running out of the gun here, Breida. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal.
A gain of 1 yard.
Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, and now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing.
And he takes it into the end zone for the Dolphin touchdown. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Dolphins take it right down and score on the opening drive. Well, that drive took up an eternity, and we finally have some action on the scoreboard.
Yeah, but plenty of action prior to, because that drive took up all the 1st quarter before we spilled into the 2nd, and finally, points were registered.
On the other sideline, they're chomping at the bit just to get the football.
Jason Sanders to kick off for Miami.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards.
21-yard line.
Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their own 21. A first carry for a Miami native. This is Dalvin Cook. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. Kyle Van Noy in on the stop.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. What I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
In on the tackle.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those 3 guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big, big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because it's usually 5-on-3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they're able to just roam and hit.
3rd down, Dalvin Cook. And it would appear he's going to be short of a first down as he stopped right around the 29. Only 2 yards, and it'll be a punt on their opening possession. They'll run for it. Cook. And I don't think he got there. He did not. They stop him a yard shy. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And it'll be a turnover on downs. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. That'll be complete to Breida. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. Not much there, only a yard.
Brings up
all defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes it 2nd and 9. The throw over the middle, taken in, and taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Give him 14 on that one and a first down. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Tua going to hand this one to Breida. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report. But business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute drill before the coach's 2-minute drill.
Tagovailoa to throw on 2nd down here. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6.
That's
8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. Now it's Breida. And he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3. Give him a gain of 4, able to convert, and that sets up 1st and goal now.
1st and goal at the 3-yard line.
Try to punch it in with Howard. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
A pickup of 2. Brings up 2nd and goal.
They'll try again with Howard. And he is in. Touchdown, Miami. Jordan Howard taking it in. And the Dolphins add on to their lead. CD for them, this has just been an offensive explosion here in the second quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the first quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the second. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Cousins. That's to Dalvin Cook, his running back.
Complete.
Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down.
Jones on the cover.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. They'll throw again. Cousins. A throw for Thielen once again. This time it's complete. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
Minnesota.
From the red zone now, Cousins. Setting up the screen for Cook. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. Now a timeout.
Dalvin Cook.
7 seconds left in the first half.
It's 2nd and 8 at the Dolphins' 18-yard line.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. Again, it's Cousins. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Vikings set to receive the second half kickoff, and they trail it here as we resume play. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we've got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you've got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Working out of the gun, Cousins. Flush to his right. And his throw here is incomplete. He was trying to find Justin Jefferson there. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
Throwing again, Cousins on 2nd and 10. Looking for his tight end Rudolph, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jerome Baker. The first half did not go their way, and that's not going to help matters at all. An interception here on the opening drive of the 3rd quarter.
Obviously not what they were striving to accomplish. But you know who's really upset on their team? The defense. Already trailing. They're going to be counted on to try and hold that score at least where it is.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But looks like they're ready to go.
Now a dump off here complete. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Matt Breida, he scored on the ground and through the air. And the Dolphins use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. And it is now 21-0.
Makes the score Dolphins 21. Vikings.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together as they have it 1st and 10. The throw right side is complete here on the first play of the drive. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now a throw for the left sideline, and he's got it. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. He's been a one-man wrecking crew these last couple of plays. This time 18 more and a first down. Nothing in that first half, nothing on the last drive, but they're moving now with a 1st and 10.
Cousins throwing quickly out for Jefferson.
And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Cousins gives way to Cook. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got just pin their ears back and get after him now.
He gets it left side to Johnson. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
A gain of 16 yards.
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. Draw play. Cousins to Cook. And a nice pick up there. He gets about 5 down to the 4-yard line.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. They run it again with Cook. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota. Taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Vikings are able to cut into that deficit. A solid blocking up front from the guys on the offensive line allowed him to get in for the touchdown.
Yeah, some might say that the guys on the offensive line were in concert. I used to have a coach who called it marrying up, meaning when you get on a guy, you just stay right there, and each guy has his own assignment. That allowed the runner to make the big move towards the end zone.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. Jakeem Grant now to return. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. Past midfield, look out. Jakeem Grant.
Oh, yeah, that's how we do it.
And he'll bring it back all the way. I know a lot of special teams coaches, they just want to keep it away from him because that's what he can do.
And others have egos that their players can't keep up with. And they say, challenge him. Kick it to him. The way he runs, as fast as he is, I wouldn't challenge him at all. I'd do everything possible to keep it away.
He is just a blur when he gets a full head of steam, and he got a full head of steam there. So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw.
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback.
25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Brings up 2nd.
3 quarters have come and gone. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Cousins now. And this will be incomplete. Dalvin Cook is running back, the intended target. And it's 3rd and short. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2.
2 yards to go.
Cousins. And that is incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Desperation time. Cousins on 4th down. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. How about the big boys snagging one? You don't see that every week.
No, you don't, but a lot of them are just reliving their old dreams, going back to when they were in youth football and in high school. They didn't always play defensive line. Some of them actually handled the football, and you can see the flashback when he grabbed that one.
On first down, here's Breida. And some room to roam now. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Matt Breida, 28 yards. And the Dolphins use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6.
Well, 3 scores in this game. I think that deserves some type of a broad gesture. I know in hockey, that's called a hat trick, and people throw their hats out on the ice. What about us? What can we do for this guy?
Well, if I'm his teammates, I'm buying him a little steak dinner tonight, right? At least a skirt steak, probably a filet.
Oh, you're going big. I like that.
Yeah, I mean, skirt at minimum,
skirt
filet
steak,
at maximum.
On. You can't give the guy a skirt steak. He scores 3 times.
Filet,
There you go.
10 ounce, 16 ounce.
Porterhouse.
Fine. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
At their own 17-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
They can't hang with us. Go, Mike 51, Mike 51.
Now Cousins. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit. Even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. 16 yards, a 1st down.
And the Vikings 1st down.
All day, every day, any day. Mike 51, Mike 51. All day, dog.
A 1st down throw for Cousins. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Nick Needham picks it off. Another solid game-changing play for this defense for the interception. At this point, though, I don't know that it's game-changing. I mean, they've got this one in firm control.
And you always hear about, you know, those stories about someone left their game plan behind and maybe you benefit from it. I'm not going to say that that happened, but they certainly have appeared on defense to be a step ahead this entire game. Guys are always in the right spot in order to make a play.
The offense has had its moments, too. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. They'll get this into the hands of Breida. 7 yards on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Oh, I came to my feet on that one. I thought he was getting close to breaking that one big, but in the end, give some credit to the defense, finding a way to get to him and forcing a 3rd down.
The Dolphins on 3rd down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5.
Mike's 50, Mike's 50.
Looking to pass. Tua. He sets to fire deep. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
When you look at the scoreboard, you'd think they'd be pretty comfortable right now with this lead, but these guys are absolutely not going to let up. They want to increase their lead, and they want to do it with a big play. Unable to connect in that attempt.
That'll go as a punt of 32 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10.
At their own 20.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Even though they were able to force the punt defensively, still a big hole to climb out of, especially at this late stage. And now here is another interception. Nick Needham picks it off. And he's going to get this on down to the 13-yard line. That is now 5 interceptions that he has thrown in this ball game. If I asked you to speculate what's possibly going on in his head, what would you say?
Well, if he's as mentally strong as I believe he is, he understands that not all of these picks have been his fault. You know, some of the throws, yes, but there have been a good number of them where he hasn't been helped by his own receivers, and they've turned into interceptions. So he knows if he keeps firing, perhaps good things can happen, not just in this game, but especially in later ones.
So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Again, it's Howard. A gain of 4 last play. They double that here and get 8.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there. I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
Well, there's just about a minute left in this game, and they're still taking it to the end zone, and you know they could have taken a knee there, but they decided to play this one all the way out, and I think their philosophy is we're going to give you everything we've got. If we just go ahead and take a knee now, we're actually showing you disrespect that way, like taking pity on you. They're not about to do that to their opponent.
Fielded near the back of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
Take over first down.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 23 yards the pickup there.
First down.
First down. Here's Cousins. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. That's incomplete. Nearly another pick. My goodness. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. To the air again. It's Cousins. Dancing to his left. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. The utter domination here just continues. This defense, I don't know what more we can say all around about their performance.
Well, it certainly feels in this game like maybe they're facing a Canadian defense. 12 guys on the field. It feels like there's an extra on every snap because they have really struggled to make headway through the air.
They'll start on the ground with Breida. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
A loss of a yard.
2nd and 11 now.
At the 34-yard line. Today's final score, Dolphins 41, Vikings 7.
The NFL on EA Sports brings us to North Carolina and Bank of America Stadium here in Charlotte. Just a few moments ago, this building was shaking as the Carolina Panthers emerge from the tunnel here in Charlotte. They are ready to go as the Panthers are set to match up with the Carolina Panthers. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the... The NFL on EA Sports brings us to North Carolina and Bank of America Stadium here in Charlotte. Just a few moments ago, this building was shaking as the Carolina Panthers emerge from the tunnel here in Charlotte. They are ready to go as the Panthers are set to match up with the Green Bay Packers. Joey Slye, the kicker, stands ready. And off we go from uptown Charlotte. Takes it at the 7. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
On the return, the Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
First down, Rodgers. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. They'll get this one into the hands of Lewis. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 12 yards there and a 1st down. Just the first quarter, but tackling going to be so important going forward. They've got to limit plays like that.
And that's something when you see it happen early in the game and they don't get him on the ground, you can always tell that they were concerned about it going in. Because I can just tell you from my days, I remember being in college and worrying all off-season about our season open opponent, and they had a receiver that could shake and bake with the best of them. I tackled him on the first pass of the game, and the relief was incredible. I ended up having a pretty decent ball game. But if I had missed him, it would have been a long night.
11 more yards that go around, a 1st down as well.
On the play. 1st down, Packers.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. He gets this to Davante Adams. Touchdown, Packers.
Complete.
Davante Adams, 53 yards. And the Packers have taken the early lead.
Mason Crosby for the
Well, that's how they envisioned it. Get the football to start the game and score.
And I don't know if that was scripted. Was it an audible? Or was it just a play call that they had in their pocket? No matter what, they had the right call on against the right defense, and they end up in the end zone.
To kick off for Green Bay.
Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. And this will make it into the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more.
At their own 28-yard line.
Bridgewater going to lead the Panthers up here, 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. First carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
Intended for Curtis Samuel.
Charles, already trailing by touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even
into a double team, and it's intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line. What a start defensively. Your offense goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect.
How about the discipline that they showed on defense? Because after the offense scored to go up 7-zip, you would think they might be a little extra aggressive trying to get back at them. Instead, they read their keys well. When they took the shot downfield, they were more than prepared for that one. I think we can all understand what they're thinking right now. They take over the ball in field goal range after the turnover, so they've got that in their hip pocket. But they've got to go for the end zone and turn this into bigger points. Their thinking is a touchdown is really what they should get from starting here. Getting 3 points at the end of this drive, that would feel disappointing.
A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a 1st and goal. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Eluding the... And a big loss here as he's taken down. Shaq Thompson. He's the one who runs him down, and my goodness, that is just a disastrous loss for this offense. First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
I wonder what was going through his mind when he got the play call. He just got sacked on the previous play. He knows they're coming after him again. A little bit of guts to stand in there, take the hit, and successfully complete the screen pass. Really well done.
Strong coverage by Carolina, and on we go to 4th down.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
A 35-yard attempt.
And the 13-year man puts it through, and the lead moves to 10-zip. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
This taken in about 4 yards deep. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They'll look to get something started. They need to, down 10-0 early as they've got it 1st and 10. And he'll take it ahead to the 28-yard line.
Ball carrier.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. From the shotgun to McCaffrey. Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 3.
A gain of a yard. Brings up 3rd and 3.
3rd and short yardage. Bridgewater. Oh, it floated on him, and it's intercepted. Kevin King with a pick. And into the end zone. It's a pick 6 and a Packer touchdown.
Well, it certainly looked to me like he tapped into the quarterback's thought process there. And what I'm hearing more and more when I go around the league, defenders sitting in on quarterback meetings trying to learn more about how they think so they can be in the right position, to be in the right spot, as he was there to pick that one off and take it all the way back for a touchdown.
17-0 our score after 1.
Panthers nothing.
Crosby on now to kick it away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Cost him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. Bridgewater and the Panthers going to come up here 1st and 10 at the 20. Back to it after the pick 6. Bridgewater. Open man is Robbie Anderson. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
1st and 10 at the
1st down, Bridgewater. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. Adrian Amos, the safety, able to make the play.
That's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
On 2nd down, McCaffrey. And he'll take this for about 4 up to the 46-yard line.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Oh, and Bridgewater intercepted for the 3rd time. Picked off around the 41. And his crew...
EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us at newly named State Farm Stadium in Glendale, Arizona. So this was the scene a moment ago. The Cardinals emerging from their tunnel, and we are ready for football as the Cards get set to match up with the Washington football team.
Zane Gonzalez to kick off for Arizona.
Zane Gonzalez set and ready to get us started, and off we go now from State Farm Stadium. And this carries into the end zone, and they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. Play on first down will get 4 up to the 29.
End result of that one, a nice 4-yard gain, so you can use that to set up your play-action game, or you can come right back and continue to run the football because as an offensive play caller, you're on schedule and feeling pretty good about your next couple of calls.
And they'll work from the 29 on 2nd and 6.
Here's Smith. Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
Today's NFL, these big guys are featured receivers. They move all over the place to try and find good matchups, and they had one. They were just unable to complete the pass.
This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6. Throwing is Smith. Inman able to bring it in. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39.
A gain of 11.
It's a first down for Washington on a pickup of 11.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Off of play action. Here's Smith. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Marcus Golden, too much to handle that time. Gets the sack. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Smith. And give him 10 that time as he was able to get away from the pressure and get a nice gain.
And him running the football is not something that defenses spend a lot of time preparing for. But this guy has a survival instinct and a knack for knowing when exactly to do it.
The Cards going nickel. An extra defensive back out there now on 3rd down. From the gun, here's Smith. This is caught by his tight end, Logan Thomas. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 37. That 3rd down conversion good for 23. So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll be taken down at the 33, a pickup of about 4.
He's taken down.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
To throw on 2nd and 6, Smith. And that is incomplete. Oh, Thomas unable to reel that one in. 3rd down here.
It looked like they had something there, but I think that he was thinking about running with the football before he actually hauled it in, and that led to a big drop.
8th play of this opening drive coming up. This is 3rd down. Now a play fake, and it's Smith. And the throw there going to be incomplete. So 2 third-down conversions on this drive, but not able to get a third, and now they deal with 4th down.
Dustin Hopkins for the Washington field goal. A 50-yard attempt.
And he's going to miss this one. Wide to the left from distance. It's no good, and this will remain a scoreless game. That opening drive looked good for a moment there, but they'll wind up being turned away thanks to the missed field goal.
And those especially hurt when you come into a game on the road. You're trying to get things to go your way early, and now you suffer a setback right out of the gate.
Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at the 40. A first carry for Kenyon Drake. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
4 yards on the pick.
It'd be hard to say that a defense wouldn't be ready for a 1st down run. When you can gain that kind of yardage against a defense that's really kind of geared to stop that play, your confidence has to rise, and now you've actually opened up your playbook. If you want to throw the ball now for play action, you're good to go.
To throw on 2nd and 6, Murray forced out to his left. Now he'll pull it down. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. I guess no need to force it when you can do that instead. 1st down, 18-yard gain.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Murray getting this out wide to Hopkins. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. On 2nd down, it's Drake, and he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the 1st quarter of play. We're scoreless after 1. Well, they need to get to the 29 if they want to pick up a 1st here on 3rd down.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike.
From the gun, Murray. Trying to force it to Hopkins, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 28, and this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. To throw again, Smith. That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
Yard pickup. And it's 3rd down.
Washington on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. A shotgun snap for Smith. Inman has it over the middle. And he is going to get the 1st down as he covers up after a pretty good shot there. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down. A run here for J.D. McKissick. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. It's a gain of 34. He came right off the bench. That's his first carry of the game, and he left an indelible mark on the game.
Did not just bring fresh legs off the bench. He brought a fierce mind as well. He had a lot to prove, didn't he? He thinks he's as good as the guy who's the starter. Wanted to prove it, and boy, did he on that play.
From the red zone now, Smith steps away to his left. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. A gain of 6 there on 1st. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
4 yards remain on 2nd down. Ball on the 10. They'll try the left side. Gibson. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown.
Touchdown, Washington.
A 10-yard touchdown run as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Great call to hand that one off, and his running back did the rest.
Someone read their keys correctly, and on the defensive side of the ball, they certainly did not, because they really essentially were just going to swarm the quarterback. They kind of guessed themselves out of the play, and guess who benefited? The guy with the football.
Extra point good by Hopkins, and it's now a 7-0 game. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. Now this will make it into the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They'll be looking to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 is the score as they begin with a 1st down. Being chased out left. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, they certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Murray. Buying time to his left. 2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. Going deep for Hopkins, and that's caught inside the 35. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. DeAndre Hopkins, 76 yards. And the Cardinals are just an extra point away from tying this game. Zane Gonzalez on for the extra point. And the kick here is good with a penalty flag down as well, and they may have run into him after the kick went away. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to. Danny Johnson returning.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
Washington takes over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
On 1st and 10, Smith. The Cards get to him here. He's brought down for a sack. Jordan Phillips. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Out of the gun, Smith. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1. Here's Smith. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
That's a tough spot for a running back coming out of the backfield because you know he's got to look for the football, knowing full well he's got a man coming his way, full steam, and he broke that one up.
And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. Now, meanwhile, they go for it on 4th down, and my goodness, incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. Then the Cardinals will now take over with excellent field position. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now Murray. The hook up on the right side to Hopkins. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. 25 yards that time.
1st and 10 at the 13-yard line.
Check, check. Walk 54. Walk 54. Tackle. Tackle. Mike spot 4. Mike spot 4. Mike spot 4.
Out of the gun, here's Murray. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. To throw again. Murray dancing to his left. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Jonathan Bostic able to drop him for a loss of a couple.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
Well, that last sack puts Murray and the Cards in a tough spot. 3rd and long. Shotgun now for Murray. Strong coverage by Washington. And now 4th down.
Intended for DeAndre Hopkins. Incomplete. Results in a 4th down.
So they won't get a touchdown, but here's a chance to at least get 3 to end the first half.
32-yard attempt.
Gonzalez's kick is good. And the Cardinals have the first points. It's 3-0. So we will not go into the lockers tied. We do have a leader in the clubhouse, so to speak.
Man, it's only 3 points. Doesn't seem like much, but it looms big the way that they got it done right before the half ended.
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
Washington will take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
The kickoff for Washington.
The Cards with a lead, and they will get this football first as the second half gets started. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more.
Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. He'll throw from the gun. Going deep for Hopkins. This is intercepted. Picked off around the 27. And they will take over at the 26-yard line. Not the way you envision things to start out the third quarter. One play and already a turnover.
It's interesting. You and I were talking with the coach, and he talked about how at halftime, as a play caller, he wanted to make sure he got a new script going for the second half, not just the one that he operated off of to start the game. Nowhere on that script did it have that result.
After the interception, here's Smith. Slings this deep for McLaurin. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off by the Alabama man, Dre Kirkpatrick. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line.
The Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Thomas Davis on the tackle.
Tackle made by Thomas Davis. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too. I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
Right there, 54, right there, 54, Mike. Hey, man, watch the boot, watch the boot. Hey, watch that.
Throwing on 1st down is Murray. Forced out to his left. And now he's going to use his legs. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47. Murray a give. This is Drake. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up. It's the NFL on EA Sports, and we are at venerable Soldier Field in Chicago. Just a short time ago, this crowd loud enough to shake the foundations of this nearly century-old building. They are ready for football indeed in Chicago as their guys get set to do battle with the Arizona Cardinals. Here's the kicker, Zane Gonzalez, ready to get this one started. And off we go from Soldier Field. Fielded in the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 20.
First and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Foles. And he finds his tight end, Graham. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it second and a foot or so.
At the 33-yard line.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Going up top for Miller. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
But they certainly came out firing in this one, and while that one was incomplete, I can't imagine that'll be the last shot that they take in this game.
An early test for this defense. Here we go on 3rd and inches. Opening carry of the game for Cordero Patterson. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. The Cardinals will now take over with excellent field position. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's the first carry for Kenyon Drake. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
It's a loss of 2.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
The Bears' 34-yard line.
Murray now to throw. Steps away to his left. And he's going to keep it here. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Throwing is Murray on 3rd down. And he'll go underneath here to Drake. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. 3 yards all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. They're able to keep the drive alive, 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
On the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the Bears' 14-yard line.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Murray. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, 3rd down.
I know in every game we do, we talk about momentum. That was a momentum play lost. And now there could be a letdown because
has it knocked loose. Fumble. And I think the Bears have recovered. They have. A bad third down mistake there.
Points were already on the board in their mind. And that's the worst part about it, right? Because it's just like in golf. Never count it in the cup until it rolls in there. Otherwise, you can really get messed up with your scores. In this case, you know they thought, hey, at least 3, maybe even a chance to get 6. It's a little bit demoralizing going off the field. Now that you've turned it over and you come up empty.
If he holds on to that, at least the field goal on 4th down. Now they lose it. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, 2nd down. Here's Foles. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll get nothing out of that one. That helps the completion percentage, but not much else. And now it's 3rd and 10. So nothing there on the screen that time.
That means all that great acting they tried on offense went for naught, didn't it? Because you have to try and influence them. Make them think that you're doing something else. Make them think that they can get to the passer by letting them by and then setting up the screen and getting downfield. Didn't happen at all. Give a lot of credit to the defense for not tumbling to that one.
Gonna let one fly for Robinson. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Isaiah Simmons picking it off. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line.
At their own 30.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
There's so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, that's difficult for a team to handle.
Difficult, and now we'll see if they can make it less difficult on themselves on this drive. On 1st down, Drake. And he's got it across midfield and into Bear territory. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
It's a pickup.
No score after 1 on EA Sports. Working with a 2nd and 4. Running for the shotgun with Drake. And he's going to take this down close to a 1st down at about the Bears' 41. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
A gain of 5. 1st down, Arizona.
Murray now on 1st down. Fitzgerald on the slant. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. Larry Fitzgerald, 41 yards, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Zane Gonzalez on for the extra point. And the Cardinals will go up 7-0.
Makes the score Cardinals 7, Bears nothing. Zane Gonzalez to kick off for Arizona.
Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better, got to get more help, Obviously one that should have been caught. They got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
And he'll be out right at the 35. 15 yards on the play, first down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Patterson on the carry. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here.
He's brought down.
Tackle made there by Budda Baker.
A gain of
on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now. Hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
Foles on target there to Robinson. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 45-yard line. 16 yards, a first down.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Let's go. Check 59. Mike is 59. Mike to 59.
They run with Patterson. And he's going to be met at about the 43.
The ball carried by
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
at the 43-yard
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
On the ball. We got this. He's coming. Whoa. We got double up.
On 2nd down now, it's Patterson. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a 3rd and about 4 more for a first.
A gain of 4 brings up 3rd and 4.
2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll pay a visit to Jonathan Coachman. He's in Orlando, and he'll have our EA Sports halftime report.
Mike's 59.
On play action, they'll throw. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Kmet. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 26. Mark that down as a pickup of 13, and the Bears have the first.
26-yard line.
They'll run on first down. Patterson. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for 2nd down.
Check the backer.
On 2nd down, it's Patterson. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. I was pretty surprised there when they lined up to run it on 2nd and long, but it worked out for them.
It certainly did, and that requires some confidence, some fortitude, and a little bit of hope, doesn't it? You hope you catch the defense just right and break off a big run to help yourself out on the next down.
This will be play number 9 of the drive here as they need 4 yards on 3rd down.
I got you, boy. Tighten up. Showing up. What we got? Kill. Turn up.
On 3rd down, Patterson. And he will have the first down before he's tackled at the 12. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half.
12-yard line.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
You.
Now Foles. And he'll complete this one to Patterson. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Cordero Patterson. as the first half is winding down. And the Bears are an extra point away from tying the football game. Eddie Pinheiro now for the extra point. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2.
That ties the game at 7. Pat O'Donnell to kick off.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds, so really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. So good field position for the Cardinals as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Throwing now is Murray. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. To throw again on 2nd down. Murray going deep for Hopkins. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go.
Ray Hopkins, incomplete. Jalen Johnson on the coverage.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. A final shot before half for Murray. Going deep for Hopkins. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. So thanks to the late touchdown, it's a time ball game here heading to break. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Set and ready to go for the second half. 1 touchdown apiece, 7-7 our score. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
The Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. Man, I just love being in this stadium. So much history, tradition, so many great teams and games, and we're seeing a pretty good one right now, hotly contested in the 3rd quarter. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. DeAndre Hopkins, 67 yards. And the Cardinals have taken the lead. Gonzalez to add the PAT. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game.
Makes the score Cardinals 14, Bears 7.
Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. Taken in the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel it.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Jalen Thompson picks it.
By the Cardinals.
The good old cover 3 defense, partner. When you start playing football as a safety, that's the first thing you're taught. Middle of the field, be as deep as the deepest receiver in any zone, and break on the football when it's thrown and pick it off, just as we saw there.
And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Murray now, escaping the pressure right. He's going to take off with it. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. The escapability in evidence there as that one good for 15 and a first.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the first down.
1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. He's got this to the 30 before being taken down.
A gain of 20.
That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. Running, it's Drake. And some room to work. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
It's a gain of 20.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Being chased out left. And he will score. Touchdown, Cardinals.
Arizona.
A 10-yard touchdown run. And the Cardinals push further out in front. Not the first time on this drive we saw him take matters into his own hands, and this time he finishes things off with a touchdown run.
You're not going to be happy with me, but I think he took matters into his own feet, didn't he?
Oh, Davis from the top rope. I like it. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT, and it's now 21-7. Taken about 7 yards deep. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Cost him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And last time, 1 play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time.
You don't like this!
Isaiah Simmons picking it off. And they will score. It's a pick 6 for the Cardinals touchdown.
Coaches preach all the time about opportunities and taking advantage of them, and he did exactly that. I used to have a coach told us all the time, a lost opportunity is never regained. Well, no regrets here. He picked that one off and took it to the house.
He knocks it through. It's 28-7.
Makes the score Cardinals 28, Bears 7. Zane Gonzalez.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
At the 25-yard line.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off near the 42.
All you got to do is look
and he will score. Touchdown, Cardinals.
Arizona.
Ah, yes, the old tip drill works to perfection there.
You're bringing back great memories. Used to love that drill. And a lot of times in practice, you work on it, not just one tip, but multiple tips, just in case the ball stays in the air for a while, to have an awareness and the ability to go up and grab it, and then you want to get some blocking support and end up in the opposite end zone.
In that tip drill, what do you yell?
For us, it was Oski. Okay, Oski was an interception.
For different teams.
Different teams have different ways of doing it. I've heard bingo, jackpot. The worst I ever heard, though, was Frankenstein. You don't want it to be a three-syllable word.
Yeah.
You want to get it right down and go. Oski is really the preferred word.
Oski. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. On the return, here's the dangerous Cordero Patterson. The lane opens here. He's past the 30.
Cordero Patterson on the return. The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 34-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And they just had that pick six. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that because now it doesn't give them a chance to go to the bench and really settle, to sit there and kind of seethe over the idea that they turned the ball over previously. Right back out there, it's almost like hopping right back on the bike after falling over. See if they can get the ball moving again.
Well, we'll see if they can do it here. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
They'll look to throw here on first down. And left side here, it's Graham. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's second down.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the Cardinals' 49-yard line.
Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a third down.
It's 3rd and 10.
And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Open man, there is Patterson, complete. And he will be taken down, but a big pickup there on what's going to be the final play of the third quarter. Back now at Soldier Field. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship. Watch the ship.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
Incomplete.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. This is caught, and he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. Foles on target to Robinson for the Chicago first. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. It looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for 1st and goal. Back to throw again. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Jalen Thompson picks it. He's at the 50, the 30, the 20, 10, and they will score. It's a pick 6 for the Cardinals touchdown. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
Gonzalez good on the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And you can sort of sense their dejection. That last pick six put the icing on the cake, so to speak, in what has been a rough go for them. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
4 yards on the pickup.
Once more, they turn to Patterson. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up. On 3rd down, it's Patterson, and he's going to be brought down short of the first at about the 31-yard line. It's a 6-yard gain, and it leaves them looking at a 4th down.
6 yards. It's 4th down.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And he finds Jimmy Graham. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. 3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. Back to throw here. Got a man, it's Patterson, complete. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. 10 more there and another 1st down.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. He completes this into the hands of Miller. And now Miller hit, and he fumbles. And the Cardinals have got it, going the other way. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack.
You know, the beauty of screen passes is they take a little time to develop, and they can often hit big, but sometimes they take too long to develop, and sometimes you get sacked.
Yeah, what's perfectly called for a defense to attack a screen?
Typically a blitz, and even though people think that the screen operates against the blitz, if you have the blitz called and you still cover the screen, that allows your blitzers to get there.
That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more 1st down to help salt this one away. Flushed out right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
I know he was trying to get the completion downfield, but the way this game has gone, with a few of the runs he's made along the way, he should have kept the ball and taken it with his feet downfield. That's the big play that shreds the defense. Instead, he thought to himself, I'm a quarterback. I've got to throw it. He bailed out the defense with that incompletion.
1st and 10 at their own 34-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest,
don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling again.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. The ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
We've seen that the deep ball has been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And it is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Cardinals will now take over with excellent field position. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Murray's going to look to throw this thing. Buying time to his left. And that'll be incomplete. The Pro Bowler DeAndre Hopkins, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Here's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Even though they've got this big advantage, Charles, they are not taking their foot off the gas pedal right now.
Well, I think what we're seeing is the result of all their great preparation and great practice time during the week. And even though it seems like this is a great chance to pull people back and maybe, not try and score a few more times, they don't want to do that. I think they're enjoying what they're seeing, the collective effort, and they want to play it all the way out.
Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT, and the lead will swell by 1 more. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback.
5-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now. And if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. So the big play moves them all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. Foles. And now here is another interception. Picked off at the 14. And he returns it up just shy of the 20 to the 19-yard line. Yet another mistake after the interception there. And, gosh, you look up at the scoreboard, they just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them at all.
On the other sideline, jubilation and laughter.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 21-yard line.
Coming up on 2nd and 7. Murray going to run play action with Drake and look to throw it. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Back to throw it. Murray dancing to his left. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Throwing back across his body. Picked off near the 42. And they finally put an end to this return, but not before he's all the way down to the 37.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Check four, check four. Hit him. Sponge, no.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And this is going to be intercepted. Able to get there and pick it.
By the Cardinals. They'll take over 1st and 10.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
Cardinals 49.
Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. With that, we say so long from Soldier Field.